Hey guys, it's me again, back with another video. As you can already tell by the title, it's basically just Slug Sage Mode explained. I've had this idea for such a long time, but I've been so busy with school and everything. So yeah, I'm just making this video right now just to explain Slug Sage Mode, basically. And in the most plausible sense, not using anything new that we haven't seen. And it's directly going to be connected to Katsuyu. So without further ado, let's get this show started. Today we're going to discuss what Slug Sage Mode is, but before that I'm going to brief you on the Byakugo Steel's connection to Katsuyu. Now, Slug Sage Mode, what I believe is that Slug Sage Mode ranges from the legendary Chikotsu Woods, the only legendary region of the legendary summons that we have yet to see. So today we're basically going to discuss the possible scenario of Slug Sage Mode based on what we have already seen, not using anything new. Now I believe Slug Sage Mode is a little bit different from other Sage Mode types, and it's very misunderstood. Slug Sage Mode, unlike other Sage Mode types, would come directly from Katsuyu and interacting with her. Now in order to acquire Slug Sage Mode, you first must acquire the Byakugo Seal, which is directly connected to Katsuyu, which takes at least 3 years of continuously amassing perfectly controlled chakra into one spot, usually behind the forehead, for the seal to manifest. Once manifested, the seal is directly connected to the legendary summon Katsuyu and granting access to her stage realm via reverse summoning. Once manifested, the seal remains with the user for the rest of your lifetime, and probably even in the afterlife. You will now be able to summon segments of Katsuyu of varying sizes, depending on the amount of chakra you use, as she can be pocket size, cat size, human size, tree size, etc. You get the idea. The seal also allows the user to telepathically communicate with Katsuyu and her clones regardless of distance at any time, as they can see and feel through Katsuyu's body and vice versa. Katsuyu can be summoned by different Byakugo Steel users simultaneously at different locations and act independently, but can still connect with herself whenever she needs to, even if she was summoned separately by a different Byakugo Steel user. 2 or more Byakugo Steel users can pool their Byakugo Steel chakra together and summon an even larger Katsuyu, which is now connected to both of their Byakugo Steel reserves. The largest summoned version of Katsuyu we have seen is just 10% of her real body, so her true form is at least 10 times larger than her 10% form. Just to note as well, Katsuyu has been said to have great influence over the ninja world since ancient times before the era of the Sage of Six Paths, and the seal is directly connected to her, which means it possibly even predates the time of the Sage of Six Paths, but we'll stick to what the manga said, that it's been around since the era of the Sage of Six Paths. So since I've briefed you on the Byakugo Seal and its connection to Katsuyu, let's really get into Slug Sage Mode and what it's about. Now, Slug Sage Mode is truly the epitome of a perfect sage. It's a perfect symbiotic relationship between Katsuyu and her summoner. Unlike Toad Sage Mode or Snake Sage Mode that require learning how to control sage energy from a sage of Mount Miyaboku or being injected with the White Snake Sage's venom, I believe Slug Sage Mode is directly through Katsuyu. And we have already seen this, and I'll explain. So really, the Byakugo Steel's training really pays off in the long run. Slug Sage Mode does not require any prep time, as it will be through Katsuyu herself, who will be using her understanding of nature energy to act as a catalyst to amp her summoner's abilities. Now we have already seen this in action. Tsunade or Sakura healing and sharing chakra through Katsuyu's body, who in turn amplifies its effects somehow. This has got to be sage energy, as Katsuyu is from the Chikotsu Woods, which is her sage realm, and it is confirmed to be one of the 3 legendary unexplored sage regions of the Narutoverse. So we know that whenever chakra or medical ninjutsu is shared through Katsuyu's body, it gets amplified by a ridiculous amount. She's able to heal serious wounds instantly and replenish the reserves of armies, villages, nations, you name it, you get the idea. Now, we have seen this in action many times during the Pain arc, 4th Ninja War, and even before the series started during the 2nd and 3rd Ninja War in the flashbacks, as Tsunade was able to summon Katsuyu to aid her in battle and provide healing while also needing to make antidotes and disperse them swiftly for both Chio's and Hanzo's poisons/venoms respectively. And what was the fastest way to disperse antidotes so quickly while also covering vast distances? Obviously Katsuyu's clones. Now, I did make a video on that like a while back, so it should pop up somewhere in the video here, like over to the right. So you should go and give it a watch whenever you can. Slug stage mode would not cause any physical changes to the user's body, as Katsuyu will be the one who is supplying the stage energy. Katsuyu can liquefy herself and compress her body into an armor for her summoners to wear, which will greatly increase their stats like all other forms of senjutsu. But the gig is Katsuyu is special. So I'm going to explain. So now sporting a Katsuyu light body armor, any type of physical attack will become useless against Katsuyu's genetic makeup, because she's quite literally immune to physical attacks, and she's quite literally built like a sponge if you've seen Katsuyu. So because Katsuyu will be the one supplying the stage energy, the user will never have to worry about running out of stage energy anytime soon. Slashing and piercing attacks will have a very difficult time getting through Katsuyu's body, as it's now being compressed over on her summoner's body, and a human-sized Katsuyu is like 3 times larger than a human, so you get the idea. So like all other stage mode types, the user will now become greatly amped in their speed, reflexes, strength, chakra, sensing, and healing. The Byakugo seal is a testament to the perfect balance that stage mode as a whole requires, as it is the pinnacle of chakra control, as no form of changes will be done to the user's body at all. So like other stage mode types, so Slug stage mode, you'd have no pigmentation around the eyes, no toad-like, snake-like, or slug-like appearance. So no animal-like appearance with Slug stage mode, because Katsuyu will be the one providing the stage energy and basically just be molding herself around your body, if that makes sense. The user will be able to use Katsuyu's acid to further enhance their attacks. Katsuyu's slime properties, which will be useful for trapping foes or to immobilize them. Use her sensing abilities to pick up on the most minute changes in chakra and sense any form of danger. They'll also have a second set of eyes, being Katsuyu's eyes, being able to see behind them, so they'll have a full 360-degree coverage on the battlefield, basically. And not only the Katsuyu that will be like attached to them per se, but every other Katsuyu, because no matter how many clones Katsuyu splits up into, Tsunade or Sakura are always linked to her through the seal. So because they're now sporting a Katsuyu light body armor, their durability and endurance will greatly increase, because Katsuyu is literally going to tank all the attacks for them. She'll also greatly augment their healing to its maximum potential. Since Katsuyu has the ability to liquefy, she'll be able to grab persons from far ranges and pull them closer in towards like herself or Tsunade or Sakura. So as I mentioned earlier, the shared telepathic vision between the summoner, Katsuyu, and her clones. This will also support the perfect resistance to genjutsu, or like a pseudo immunity to it as well, because Katsuyu is going to be connected to the Byakugo seal, Tsunade or Sakura, and the rest of herself, her mini clones. So, and all of them can instantly tell if there's something off with their chakra, because they're all interconnected. All interconnected, but they're separate. Just to point that out, they're not just one chakra pool. No, every time Katsuyu splits apart, that's a separate Katsuyu altogether, who can act independently, but can still connect with herself whenever she needs to. But still separate. It's a whole separate chakra pool. Now we know that chakra enhanced strength is an application of medical ninjutsu, and we know that medical ninjutsu can be shared through Katsuyu's body, likewise chakra. Now, chakra enhanced strength uses exactly just chakra to enhance a user's strength to ridiculous levels. But every ninja technically uses chakra enhanced strength, but only Tsunade and Sakura can perfectly replicate each other's feats because they have the best chakra control in Naruto, hands down. So since they're able to share chakra through Katsuyu's body, and Chakra and Strength uses chakra, you should already get where I'm going, right? So with this, they'll be able to pass the chakra just like they're sharing it through Katsuyu. So pass the same chakra that they'd used for Chakra and Strength, pass it through Katsuyu's body just the same, and in turn, Katsuyu amplifies the chakra, thus resulting in an even more destructive Chakra and Strength attack. So Katsuyu amplifying Tsunade's or Sakura's already unrivaled strength is just really a nightmare for whoever is on the receiving end of their attacks, while also being able to further amp themselves with 100 healings, and Katsuyu also providing additional range with her highly corrosive, fast-acting acid, which is the most potent acidic attack to date in the Narutoverse. So just imagine how ridiculous their strength would be than it already is. Now, we also have another technique that's unique to Tsunade, and it's the same one that she used against Kabuto by converting her chakra into electricity. Katsuyu should be able to also amplify that because it's kind of like medical ninjutsu in a sense. So she should be able to amplify that as well because it targets the nerves specifically. So that should also be able to be amped. Again, I'm using the most possible case scenario for Slug Stage Mode. Now this is the special part about Slug Stage Mode that I was telling you guys to think about it for a while is its versatility. So I'm gonna take you back to the pain arc. So remember when Katsuyu was hiding in Naruto's clothes when he was in Sage Mode, and when he temporarily got out of Sage Mode and he needed to gather back his chakra or reverse summon one of his clones so that he could get the Sage Mode energy. Remember that Katsuyu was still on his body while he was pulling in the nature energy, and she didn't have any sort of effects on him while she was on him while he was pulling in the nature energy. Just try to get where I'm going. Yeah, so Katsuyu being a Naruto did not affect him like controlling or absorbing his nature energy, if you get what I'm saying. So with this, it seems Katsuyu should also, now this is just a stretch, now this is the only headcanon where you can say this is headcanon, so you don't really need to pay attention to this. Now because of that one interaction, it is totally possible that Katsuyu would be able to amplify other Sage Mode types by doing the same thing by molding herself around them, since she didn't really affect Naruto's Sage Mode while she was on him directly. Also, while he was pulling in nature energy, when the pain that can absorb chakra, like grabbed him and was absorbing his chakra, and then he started to pull in nature energy, but Katsuyu was still on him, but she didn't have any like adverse effects on him while he was pulling in the nature energy, which in turn did end up turning the pain to a toad statue. But Katsuyu was totally fine. Now, why I say this is special and versatile, because so we know that Katsuyu can match like an army of shinobis, a village, a nation of shinobis in a 1-to-1 ratio by splitting apart and creating clones to match the number of allies that he has to heal them or share chakra or whatever, or to just, provide assistance or fight alongside them. So because of that, it is not far off to see that Katsuyu would be able to do the same thing by molding herself around these shinobi, her allies, and amplifying their attacks just the same because they're in physical contact with Katsuyu because she's on them now like a body armor. So they too would be benefiting from like all the Sage Mode amps, but they're not like a Sage themselves, but because Katsuyu is the one providing the Sage energy, they're able to use these Sage enhanced attacks because Katsuyu is directly in contact with them and amplifying their attacks, whether ninjutsu or taijutsu, with her Sage understanding of Sage Mode. And not only that, so remember that Katsuyu is interconnected with her clones. So not only will these persons not benefit, so not only will they benefit from the amp from the stage mode that Katsuyu provides, they'd be also benefiting from being connected with each other, having like perfect resistance to Genjutsu, because Katsuyu is going to be connected to every other shinobi through her clones. Healing, greatly increased durability and endurance. Like, Katsuyu is just broken. Katsuyu is so broken. Katsuyu is so broken. And on top of all of that, they also have a second set of eyes. They'll all be interconnected through Katsuyu because she's linked to all of her other clones, and they'll all be able to communicate with each other instantly, and like, you know, so there's literally no chances for anyone to get sneak attacked because Katsuyu is just present everywhere on the battlefield. Like, there's a set of Katsuyu's eyes everywhere you can possibly look. So yeah, on top of amplifying their abilities, she'll be able to also assist them with her acid on top of all of that. So yeah, Katsuyu is just cracked. Let's go back to the 5 Kage vs Madara fight for a quick second, because Tsunade wasn't really going all out versus Madara. Shocking, right? Katsuyu was not present, so she was not going all out. So just as I mentioned before, so with Katsuyu being able to amplify Tsunade's strength even more, and being able to create clones of herself, and she can mold herself around Tsunade's body, so in turn, she can just create like Tsunade-like clones using her body. Basically, like, I'm trying to let you guys understand what I'm seeing. So let me see if I can break this down. So for example, she just mold, like, one of her clones mold themselves around Tsunade's body, and then she just transmute this information to the rest of her clones, who then just morphs themselves into Tsunade's shape. So they have like Tsunade's build, but like in Katsuyu's body. But there would be a Katsuyu that's directly around Tsunade, directly on her body, giving her like a Katsuyu-like body armor, and then the other Katsuyus would, I'm just trying to make you guys understand what I'm trying to say. And then the other Katsuyus would be like just clones of Tsunade, but with Katsuyu's genetic structure. Now, this could also apply to the other Kage as well. Like I said, they could also benefit from this body-like armor, and yeah, they could also benefit from the same body-like armor, while Katsuyu amplifies her abilities even more, and have them connected, and all of that. Like, there's so much potential with Katsuyu, like my brain is just not able to compute. Like, she's just so broken. Well, that's basically the video, so yeah. Let me know what you guys think about it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm not sure when I'm gonna be able to post again because I have like exams coming up. So yeah, so let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.